What's up, everyone? Scott Brandt coming to you on this beautiful Friday evening. Yeah, Friday evening. Ended up having a great conversation with Patrick today. So Patrick is feeling a lot better. So hopefully next week, actually, it won't be next week. It'll actually be tomorrow. So Patrick, myself, Jasper are going to meet up with the owner of Carefree Bar and Grill and do a live stream with the owner, Cynthia. So that's exciting. And a little bit of Jasper's work there, but I also know Patrick had reached out and talked to Cynthia a while back ago, and then schedules just didn't really work out. So they are having a pretty unique gathering. Bring your tents, blankets, outside like tailgate style near the restaurant, and just to hang out, but to give support to Cynthia and her business. And so tomorrow it's going to be fun. I think we're going live about 12:30. I think the flyer said 12:45, but it's one of those things of just with Two Native Sons, just going out there and finding individuals that we can meet with, have the discussions with, and allow those individuals to share their stories so others can know who they truly are, kind of hear the backstory and what drove them or what was their passion to own a restaurant or get into the business that they have. And I know Cynthia has a very powerful story. Jasper was telling me a little bit about it, and just excited to be able to allow her to share her story so more people know just what's going on and whatnot. So excited for that. Grateful that Patrick's back in the mix and whatnot. And then tonight we had a great conversation with a good friend of ours, Mike Marquez, and just doing some brainstorm aspects for Two Native Sons, some different aspects. But to see his enthusiasm and his excitement with jumping on and helping us to grow Two Native Sons, it's such a powerful thing. It's one of those unique things when you get people that jump on and they see big things and they're like, no, I see what's going on. Let's go. And so Patrick had talked to Mike and he's like, yeah, sometimes myself and Scott, Patrick was talking, may go full charge and kind of throw caution to the wind. And so Mike will give us that little reserve aspect that pulls us in a little bit and whatnot, which you need that. It's a good thing and whatnot. But today came across a ad on Facebook. And so it's one of those things that it's unique because you'll hear a lot of people talk, man, Facebook's the listening name. I go search something and it comes up in my feed. And it's one of those things that ultimately the last two things that really have been beneficial hasn't come from any just search and whatnot. Like I wasn't going out there and looking for different things and whatnot. And I don't recall if I talked about it. I don't know. But the first one that I brought up, and Patrick, I dropped his card off yesterday and he's looking at it. He's like, man, this is a spectacular card. And I've shown it before, but it's called the Tappy card. And if you are in today's age and with the digital society, everything that we have going on, you've got to find a digital business card. And so Patrick and I did a little research, looked at different companies and whatnot. And based on what we saw, we went with Tappy. And so I will have a link that you can click on. It will take you right to the website. You can look at it. It's an affiliate link, but it takes you straight to the website so you can actually see. And the cool thing is, and I've shown this before, but sometimes the thing is you have to tell people 6, 7, 8 times and whatnot. So I have the phone here and take the card and it pops up here and bam, look at that. And so Tappy, with the research, what they had talked about was with paper business cards, and think about it. How much how much are you spending on paper business cards? And once you run out of paper business cards, what do you have to do? You have to reorder more. And so they had discussed the fact that with paper business cards, 10 billion cards are printed up every year. Think about that. 10 billion cards, and how much cards cost. It's not cheap. And so if you're running a business and you're looking for different ways to cut your overhead, cut your costs down, myself and Patrick, we highly suggest jumping on this. It's a nice sturdy card and whatnot, and it's beautiful. You can get a white one if you want, and then they have a dot that you can put on the back of your phone and whatnot. But the cool thing is, once it flips, here we go. Yep. You can see there, it's got links to everything: Instagram, Spotify. So the Spotify for me is with mine and Miriam Wilson's podcast, The Journey Beyond Divorce. And then, of course, you can put in your phone number, you put in an email. Look how easy that is when you really truly think about it, because a lot of times you get a paper business card and now you got to type that shit in. This is right here. So you just click on it. And once it works here, you can see, yep, it pulls up the phone number. The lights are all over and whatnot right there. And then add to contact. Ooh, look how easy that is. You can put in your email address, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. And then you have the option, you can see right there, it says website. So if you have a website for your company, bam, right there, and then it takes them right to it. Ooh, look how think about how easy that is. And man, it's just boom, right there. And think about what that does, how much money this is going to save you, and how easy that's going to be for somebody that you just meet. Tap the card, boom, here we go. And so that was one of the finds that came across Facebook. And so it's one of those things you just got to look, even though it's going to end up showing more once you click on it, but it's all good. But I highly suggest looking into getting this. Nice, easy use. You don't have to recharge it. There's no application that you or the other party has to download. Just tap it, bam, comes up. Here we go. And so with that, I'll put my link into the comment section so you can go check the card out. And then the other one that I came across today, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. And so this is for creators out there. The beautiful thing is I look at it, it's more of a simplified version of Patreon, but it does give you the ability to share your information, to have a site where somebody can go in there, support you with a quick donation. You can set it up between $1 and $5, whatever you want to do. And so somebody can click on that, support you, quick donation. And anybody that's not a creator, doesn't understand the power of the support of others, it's a beautiful thing, because a lot of creators put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, having to buy equipment and do what they do. And the thing with being a creator, going and doing the live stream, taking advantage of the platforms, podcasting, is you have the ability to reach a very large audience. But it was one of those things that I think Patrick had brought up tonight. He's like, when you're doing, or it might have been what I was reading, I don't know. I was reading a book and there's some stuff I'll pull out and talk about that real quick and whatnot. But you've got to go out there with intention, with your actions. And so as a creator, that's an option and ability for you to go and impact a lot of people. And so looking at the website, it's beautiful because your audience, your tribe, whoever can go and support you, like I said, you have the ability to go and they can provide a quick donation, one-time donation. But you also have the chance to create a membership site within this website that you can set up where, and based on what I'm seeing right now, doing some work with it, it's just blogging. So you're typing up, writing a story, whatever it is, and giving that value that way. But you can set it up where you have it public, where everybody can see it, and then you can create a membership. And so you have the ability to set it up where somebody could pay $5 a month to get access to the membership site, whatever you're doing within that membership site, or you could have it set up where they can pay a yearly fee to join your community. And that is one of those things that when you're looking, this came from a gentleman, Pat Flynn, that was talking about 5 different career ideas, job ideas that you can run with going into 2021. And it's an avenue to supplement your income, to create another income stream. And the last thing that he talked with the 5 lists is creating a newsletter. And so there are people out there that are creating newsletters. People are paying for them. It's the membership, it's the value, it's the information, it's the support. But Pat was talking, he's like, you could start off at $5 a month. So you have it where you do a free newsletter at the beginning of the week to prime the pump. And then at the end of the week, you send out that paid newsletter to your members, to your community. And so that's an avenue. And he said he's seen people that will charge $5 a month for the membership. He's seen it as high as $100 a month where people are paying to receive that information. So if you think about it, if you have it at somebody's paying $100 a month and there's people that are doing it, you have to know your value and worth, and you have to know what you bring to the table and the information that you're sharing with people and the value that you're providing. But think about that. If it's $100 a month and you have 20 people that sign up for your paid newsletter, that's an extra, what, $2,000? And think about what that could do for you as an individual with that extra income on the side of your normal income. And so this is something that you could potentially knock out very quickly. Maybe you put in an hour for the week to put that free newsletter together and then your paid newsletter. So you could do that in an hour and have that submitted out. But it's the beauty of it. It's just going out there and not being scared. And so I look for what I've done, what's coming up and whatnot with doing the article that I was part of writing in. And yep, it's just setting up. So I'll also put my link out there for Buy Me a Coffee. You can go check it out. Like I said, maybe I didn't say it, but I had made a post in there. It's a public post, just talking a little bit of my thought process, my idea, my thoughts in regards to the flipped interview that took place last night with Jasper. And so if you haven't seen that video, that's on my Facebook page. I think it's YouTube channel, and I think we streamed to Twitch too. But that video, the flipped interview, it's on my Facebook page, so you can go check it out and whatnot. But talking about that, looking at different things and whatnot, there's a couple of different things that, based on just reading, kind of goes hand in hand. And it's so funny when I start seeing connections. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. This is what I'm going to share. And then you go read and you're like, oh, well, that makes a connection with what I'm looking at and whatnot. And so it goes back into the chapter of persistence. I talked about this a while back ago. It was probably about a week. I'm not for sure, but the idea of persistence. And in here, Ray Higdon talks about symptoms of lack of persistence. And one of the things that he had talked about was the failure to recognize and to clearly define exactly what one wants. So think about it. You have to have the desire. You have to have the drive. And so if you're going after something, is it truly a desire of yours? Or are you just doing it because somebody's like, you should go do it? Well, if it's not a desire of yours, it's not going to stick. And so he had talked in here is you have to know what it is that you want. So think about that. What is it that you want? So for Two Native Sons, for Patrick and I and Mike coming on and Jasper working with us, it's one of the things that I brought up, the fact that our goal for Two Native Sons is to impact 1 billion people. And I did say 1 billion with a B, but also be an enterprise that's $1 billion enterprise. And so that is our desire, and that's our goal for the business. And what's happening is it's moving that way. It's a slow burn process a little bit, but action steps, things that are moving forward is going towards that goal, the desire that we have. But persistence, you got to have persistence, and that consistency really is the foundation for success. It's the least sexy part of running a business is the consistency. And so it's one of those things that if you go look and see individuals and they speak and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this every day. And then they start doing it and then they start dropping off and you're like, I thought you said you were going to do it every day. What's going on here? So that can be tough, because if you put that out there and you tell people I'm doing this every day and then you don't do it, like, ooh, that is not good. That's going against your word, and it makes people question. And they're like, are you truly about your word? Are you going to hold your word? Or are you going to drop off like you're doing to yourself right now? That's a tough thing. So let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. So willingness, even eagerness to quit at the first sign of defeat. Ooh, think about that. How many of you have started something and you come up against that obstacle or challenge and it doesn't work? You like run and you hit this giant trampoline, and as you're running, you hit it and then you bounce back 100 feet. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And so that's the first sign of defeat. And so many people, when they come up against the first sign of defeat, they quit. They're done. They're out of the game. And even though they were talking shit and they're like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do big shit. And then first sign of defeat, they're like, nope, this isn't for me. I'm going to go do something else, something easier. Shit. I don't know about that. But the thing in here is, well, that's an eagerness to quit, and that will never get you to where you want to go. So think about that. If you have an eagerness to quit and you quit at the first sign of a challenge, an obstacle, you're not going to get to your final destination quicker than if you were to stick with it. If you quit, you're going to end up setting yourself back. And so people wonder, and they're like, what's going on here? Why am I not where I want to be? Why am I not getting to the goal that I want to get to? Well, did you quit? Did you stop? Did that defeat knock you off your feet, derail you? And you're just sitting there lying down? Man. The habits of neglecting to move on ideas or to grasp opportunity when it presents itself. I've talked about this before. Moving on ideas. How many of you have an idea, have a desire in your heart, in your spirit, and you're not moving on it? How many of you are letting it sit there and you're listening to the criticism to other people that aren't doing anything? Maybe it's Uncle John in the van down by the river. And you go talk to him, and Uncle John's like, that's a stupid idea. I've tried it before, and it didn't work out. Well, Uncle John, that's you. That's not me. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your negativity. I'm running for it. Here we go. So, man, man, if you don't move on an idea, just know that idea is going to go to somebody else. And then when you see it come to fruition and you're like, that was the idea that I had, but I gave up on it. Where would I have been if I would have kept going after that idea? Made pivots as I need to go. I just have to laugh. Fear of criticism was the last thing here. Oh man, how many of you are fearful of criticism? How many of you are driven by the validation of other people? That is not going to get you to your end goal. You're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot, being in the same spot and wondering what's going on. It doesn't work that way. So the fear of criticism in such cases is stronger than the desire for success. So think about that. Is your desire for success stronger than the fear of criticism, or is the fear of criticism holding you back and your desire for success isn't as strong as that fear of criticism? So if you're watching this and you're like, I need to go do a live, I challenge you to go do a live. If you're scared of the criticism, if you're scared of not knowing what people are thinking and what people are saying, screw it. Punch the fear in the face and go do it. I challenge you, if this is something that you wanted to do, if you've wanted to go live because you're like, I've got something that I want to share, I've got something on my heart, I've got something that somebody else needs to hear, go do a minute live. Go do a 30-second live. Get over your fear. Because once you step past that fear and you get into your zone of genius, because you could ultimately be one of those people that thrive on doing the lives. You could potentially build your tribe. You could potentially build your family unit that is going to be there to support you and push you. But if you don't overcome the fear of criticism, you're not going to get there. I'm sorry to say you're not going to get there, but you're not. And so you've got to punch that fear in the face and go do it. But I do have a challenge, because I know there's people that are going to watch this and they're like, man, I really want to do a live. I have something that I need to share. Go do it. Even if it's a minute long and you stumble over your tongue when you're speaking, so be it. Take that one step and then take another step. Take another step. Go and do it. If you need support, reach out to me, send me a private message and let me know, hey, I'm getting ready to go live. Can you come and jump on as I go live? Hell yeah, I'll be there for you. I'll cheer you on. I might make some stupid comments to try to make you laugh or make you smile. But hey, let me know. Let Patrick know. Let people know. Because ultimately, that's the only way you're truly going to be able to get to the life that you deserve, get to the life that you are chasing after and you see yourself having. You've got to overcome that fear. You can't be fearful of the criticism, because if you let that hold you back, life sucks and you're going to get to your deathbed and you're going to have regrets and you're going to be looking in the mirror and be like, man, I really wish I would have done it. But the regret is I was scared of what other people were going to tell me. Everybody has an opinion. That's cool. Everybody looks at life through their own lenses. That's cool. That's their opinion. That's their lens. Let the haters come hate on you. It's okay. Build your tribe. Find the people that are going to be there and support you to the end, that are going to lift you up and push you to your next level. So here we go. But yeah, just a couple of different things. Like I said, the Tappy card, if you are doing business and you're buying paper business cards, you're going the wrong route. You really need to look into some sort of digital business card. But like I said, in the comments of the video, I will leave my link. It's an affiliate link. I will leave it there. You can click on it, go check out the website, see what's going on. It takes you straight to the same website. So, and then for my creators out there, I'll leave that. Even if you're not a creator, maybe you want to start your own blog and find a way to create another income stream. I will leave you the link for the Buy Me a Coffee. It's another affiliate link and whatnot, but go check them out. All you can do is try. And imagine if it did work out. Imagine if you built a huge audience and a huge family that followed you and really loved what you were putting out, what that would do for you, especially if you got people that are, I would say, so the 5 times 12 is 60. So they save $10 if they're spending $50 a year. But think about that. If you start building it, and if you go $10 and you have 200 people that are part of your membership and they're paying $10 a month, that's $2,000 right there. What would that $2,000 mean to you on top of whatever you're making? What could you do with that extra money? What would that do for your impact and being able to chase your dreams and maybe step away from the job that you don't like? But if you're in a job that you love, cool. Stay with that job and then create this side income, this side hustle, or whatever you're going to call it. Have that extra income come on top of your normal income, because what we're seeing is there's no guarantee with a job. You've got to create something that you're building. So think about that. If you did lose your job, but you had that extra money coming in and you're able to build it up, and if you lose your job, that's cool. You still have an income stream coming in. And then you just find another thing to give you another income stream, to give you 2 more income streams and whatnot. But what we've seen with 2020 is there's no guarantee. You've got to go and find things that you can do and build and give you a little peace of mind. Create a better security for yourself than relying on one thing. Because if you rely on one thing and you lose it, ooh, that's not going to be fun. You're going to be stressed and you're going to hate life, honestly. And so it's just some things to consider. But like I said, in the comments of the video, it's going to be on Facebook. So in the comments on the Facebook video, I will have those 2 links. Go check them out. Highly suggest you check them out. But yeah, and like I end every video, if you have a dream, if you have something on your heart, your spirit, and you just don't know how to get it out, or you don't have people that are supporting you and you feel like you're on your own, don't hesitate. Send myself, send Patrick. Go to the 2 Native Sons page and send us a message that way. I don't care. But send us a message somehow and let's sit down and talk. We can do a Zoom. We can go over Facebook. We can go through StreamYard. We can go through several different options. But if you don't reach out and ask for help, you're going to be stuck in the same place. And you may be in a worse position than if you would have asked for help, because you're going to get stressed. You can only do so much. And that's the thing, is that you can go fast by yourself, but by working together, we can go far. So would you like to go fast but get limited and go only so far? Or would you like to go far? It may go a little bit slower than what you may like, but would you like to rather go farther and have the power and the energy from other people to be there with you, to push you and get further along? And think about the power of the collaboration piece and pushing you. So just some things to consider. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for your support. It truly does mean a lot for myself, with Patrick, with 2 Native Sons. We truly do appreciate the support. We know there's people out there that have told us, they're like, man, you guys are doing big things, and we're excited to see what's taking place. So thank you for your support. Other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Tomorrow, like I said, about 12:30, Patrick and I with Jasper will be going live with Cynthia, the owner of Carefree Bar and Grill. But if you don't have anything going on tomorrow, come check it out. Come check out the food. I've seen the reviews with their food. People speak highly about what they put out with their product and with their food. So I'll catch you guys later. I love you guys. Have a good night. Peace.